Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. We are here for another Sun Salutation Sunday. Hopefully the sun comes and hangs out with us. Right now it's a little cloudy, but we'll just bring it out with all our meditative breathing, right? So we are going to start at the front edge of our mat, toes facing forward, grounding our feet into the mat. Let's rotate our hands outward so we have that nice proud chest. Now, soften your knees a little. We're going to take some big deep breaths. So big inhale, big exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Lightly shut your eyes and do that again. Inhale. This time extend your exhale. And again. Slowly open your eyes. Notice that you feel a little more grounded and ready to begin the practice. So now, we're going to take a big inhale and sweep those arms all the way up. This time, exhale and take it to Namaste. Hands come together. Notice any sensations that you're already getting just as you begin to move. Maybe your back feels tight, maybe your shoulders feel tight. That's why we're here today, right? Another big inhale, arms sweep all the way up. And this time, exhale, swan dive down to forward fold. We're going to inhale and look up, find your flat back. Then exhale, collapse it down, forward fold. Hands are going to come to the floor, and you're going to step your feet all the way back to your tall plank position. Holding for a moment, and then we're going to take our chin and our chest to the floor, sweeping up and through into our upward facing dog. But only for a moment, because then we're going to turn those toes under, hike those hips in the air, and find your downward facing dog. Big breaths in your down dog here. Making sure that your back is straight, those hips are up to the sky, heels are pressing towards the ground, shoulders are wide away from those ears. Big breaths. Now you're going to hike your heels up in the air. Bend your knees, not to the mat, just hovering. Look up at your hands. Now you can either step, or if you'd like a challenge, hop your feet back to your hands for a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up, arms sweep. Exhale to Namaste. Now we're going to keep adding on to our down dog with that same series, that same flow. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to your mat, and this time you can step again, or if you'd like a challenge, you can hop the feet back to your tall plank. Chin, chest to the floor, upward facing dog. Turn the toes under. Downward facing dog again. Excellent work, guys. Big breaths. Now this time we're going to press our left toes into the ground, into your mat, and you're going to lift your right leg off of the ground. Breathe in. Now, if you're comfortable here, you can stay here, or you can bend your right knee, then open up and rotate your hip. Getting that slight rotation, stacking your hips on top of each other, and keeping the breath going, of course. Take one more breath here. And then we rotate the hips back, extend your right leg, and then place it to the ground. Switching, pressing into that right foot, lifting that left leg up in the air, and holding here for a moment. Breathing, squeezing. Now, you can either stay here, or if you took it farther on the first side, let's take it farther here as well. So bend that knee, open up and rotate, and stack those hips. These poses are going to be very individualistic, so they may feel good for some of you. Others of you may want to just stay in the down dog, and that's totally fine. Yoga is so individualistic. It's about you and your body. Rotate your hips back, extend the leg, and plant the foot to your down dog. Now, we're going to peel those heels off the ground again. Bend your knees, look up at your hands, and jump or walk your feet back into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale to namaste. Big breaths, guys. Let's keep it going. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, hands to the floor. Big breaths. Get deeper into your forward fold this time. And exhale, 1 inch deeper. Inhale, flat back. Look it up. Exhale, all the way down. Now, hands down. We're going to hop or step. Tall plank. Chin, chest to the floor. Upward facing dog. Turn the toes under. Hike the hips up to downward facing dog. Lingering here for just a moment. We always make our way back to our down dog and take a breath or two always when you get to a new position, unless we're flowing. So we're going to press that left foot into the ground and peel that right leg up again, holding it square. Now this time we're going to look up at our hands and step our right foot right between our hands. Once we're there, we're going to turn those back toes forward, placing the top of the foot on the floor, and sweep our arms up to a low lunge. Feeling that really deep stretch in your inner thighs and groin area. Breathing and sinking into this a little bit. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, arms come down by your side. Turn your toes back under. And let's find your high lunge. Hands come by your side. Nice and strong pose here. Only for a moment. And then we're going to turn our back heels and make our way to warrior one. But just briefly, because then we're back to our high lunge. We're flowing now. Hands come to the floor. We're going to bring it back to that 3-point dog. So you're going to take that right foot back and up as you find your down dog. Holding here for a moment. You can either stay here, or if you want to rotate and open up that hip, feel free to take that as well. Getting that rotation in the lower body. Breathing. Now we're going to turn those hips back to neutral. Extend your right leg, and then slowly lower it back down to your down dog. Take a breath in your down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten out that back. Now press your weight into the right foot. We're going to peel that left leg off the ground, keeping it square, because you're going to look up at your hands. Step that left foot in between your hands. Push off your back toes so they flop down. And then rise those arms up to your low lunge. Inhale. And exhale, get deeper into that stretch. Breathing, squeezing. Now we're going to take the hands back down. Turn those back toes under. If you need to touch the ground, feel free. Or try to just stretch the leg and find that high lunge position. Breathing, squeezing. Nice and strong. Turn those back heels, sweep those arms up, warrior one. Now we're going to come back to our high lunge, and hands come to the floor. That left leg's going to shoot up and back into your downward dog. So all the way up and back into the down dog. You can either stay here or, like last time, bend the knee, open the hip, and get that rotation. If you did it on the first side, go for it on this second side as well. Big breaths. Keep it going. Now we're going to square off those hips again. Stretch your leg, and then plant it in your down dog. Hips are up to the sky, big breaths. And you're going to lift those heels off the ground. Look up at your hands and step or hop the feet to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands come up. And exhale to namaste. Big breaths, guys. Keep it strong. Stay with me. Inhale, in through the nose. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the floor. Jump or hop the feet back to your tall plank. Chin, chest to the floor, sweep it through. Big breaths, turn those toes under. And we're in our favorite pose, downward dog, once again. Big breaths here, guys. Now, press those left toes into the floor. We're going to get right into it. Right leg creeps up. And we look forward. We're stepping it through. This time, going into our high lunge right away. Big breaths. Now, from here, turn those back heels again. Sweep the arms up to your warrior one. Breathing. Now we're going to spend a little bit of time in warrior one because we're going to inhale and take a slight back bend. Reaching, stretching. Exhale, back to neutral. Find that strong warrior pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, strong warrior. One more time. Inhale, back bend. This time on the exhale, we're going to swivel it all the way down to that high lunge. Big breaths, guys. Now, we're going to bring our hands forward, staying in our high lunge to a namaste position. We're going to rotate our chest and place our elbow on the outside of this leg, creating tension so we can take a twist. Breathing. Now you'll notice my shoulders are square. They're not creeping up by my ears, right? They're staying low. Breathing, squeezing. If you want to stay here, feel free. Or if you want to open up the arms and get that full extension, feel free. But that's definitely a bit of a balance challenge. Now you're going to go through this move to unravel the same way you got into it. So back to namaste. Now we untwist. Make our way to our high lunge. Then hands come to the floor. And we're going to find that three-legged dog again. So shoot that right leg back and up. And we can either stay here or we bend the leg and open up to that rotation. Big breaths, guys. We square off the hips again, stretch the leg, and plant it back down nice and solid so that left leg can just peel right up. Look up at your hands, step that foot all the way up there, and we're finding our high lunge right away. Big breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms up, turn your back heels. We're gonna find that warrior one again. Breathing, squeezing. Now, we're gonna take that back bend as we inhale, reach it back, and then exhale, find your strong warrior. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, strong warrior. One more time, back bend. This time we're getting to that high lunge. Exhale all the way forward, turn those toes back, and you're in your high lunge. Now, bring those hands forward, namaste position. We're gonna take that twist again. So first we rotate, then we hook the elbow, then we create tension. You can stay here, or if you did it on the first side, be sure to extend those arms. Big breaths. Bit of a balance challenge here. Let's make our way to namaste. And then unravel. We're gonna find high lunge again. Then we take hands to the floor, finding three-legged dog one more time. And either stay here or we bend, open up and rotate. Breathing. And hips are square. Extend the leg, plant the foot to your downward dog. Big breaths. Now this time, you're gonna peel your heels, but you're gonna lower your knees all the way down to a tabletop position. Big breaths. We're on hands and knees. We're gonna take a couple of cat-cows. So we're gonna inhale and arch our back, turning our head and our tailbone to the sky. And then you're going to exhale and do the opposite. Round it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale. And let's find a neutral tabletop position. We're going to go into a balancing posture from here. So you're going to gently extend your left leg and your right arm and hold and balance. So take it slow, lift it up, and then we just balance. Now here you want to make sure that you're squeezing your abdominals and you're keeping your shoulder away from your ear. Activating that back, finding your center, finding your breath. Now you can either stay here or you can bend your back leg, reach up and over, and grab the outside of your foot. Staying strong. Now if you're holding, if you have a grip, you're going to slowly let go and make your way back to the balancing posture. Breathing. One more breath. And back to table. Now, we're going to switch sides. So we extend that right leg and the left arm. Holding and balancing. Breathing, squeezing. Now you can either stay here or we're going to go for the grip. So you grab the back foot and stretch the leg. Big breaths here. Now if you're holding, you're going to let go, extend, and balance. Breathing. And slowly back to your tabletop position. Excellent work. Now, we're going to turn those toes under right from table and find our downward dog again. So hike those hips all the way up. Big breaths. Now, we're going to lift our right leg again to our 3-point dog. This time, we're all going to bend our knee and rotate. So if you weren't doing this before, give it a try. If it doesn't feel good, go back to your dog and just hold. Now you can either stay here or I'm going to give you the option to flip your dog. Now flipping your dog is when you're going to take the leg that's up, twist yourself, and plant that foot on the ground as the arm comes up. Now obviously this is advanced. If it feels better for you to plant your foot, feel free. I like to keep mine extended. And if you'd rather not flip your dog and you want to just stay with that open rotation, that's fine with me. For my folks who did flip, I want you to slowly start to bring this hand back down to the floor as you make your way back to that rotated open dog. Then we unravel, extend our leg, and lower it down. Second side, lift it up, bend the knee, open the hip. Now you can either stay here, or if you flipped your dog on the first side, maybe give it a try on this second side. Flipping up and over. Big breaths here. Staying strong, pressing through your heel to engage the backs of your legs. Breathing. And if you flipped, slowly make your way forward, finding that open rotation again. And then rotating the hips back, extending the leg, and planting it down. Excellent work, everybody. Now we're going to peel those heels off the ground, look up, either hop or walk your feet back to that forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up. And exhale to namaste. Excellent work, guys. So now we are going to finish off with a split stance on our mat. And we're going to have our toes facing forward. We're going to take our hands to our hips and just take some folding. So we're going to find that flat back. Breathing, squeezing. Notice how this feels on your hamstrings, and on your hips. And then we're gonna come all the way down, hands to the floor. Now you can either stay here, or if you'd like to take this farther, feel free to walk your hands till you get to the backs of your hands and take it onto your head. If you practice yoga often, this is where you would go into your headstand. I do not do headstands, but I will not stop you from trying if that's in your practice. So whatever feels good for you today. I'm just gonna take a very intense forward fold to stretch my inner thighs and my hamstrings. Breathing, squeezing. Now I want you to take 3 breaths here. Noticing all the points of contact on the ground. Now, wherever you are, I want you to make it back to your hands being on the ground and you being in that forward fold position. From there, hands come to our hips and we find flat back. And then we ground through our heels and stand all the way up. Now you can shuffle your feet to a comfortable stance and take another big inhale in through the nose. Exhale to namaste. Excellent work today, everybody. I hope you had fun. I know this one was a little bit different, a little more fluid, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow for some Movement Monday. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Have a great Sunday.